These are the very beginning stages of mounting block training and parking at the mounting block for Shahil. However, he did know how to target a cone prior to this. As you can see, the cone is a nose target for him. For this kind of mounting block training, you do need a nose target, so if your horse doesn't know one yet, you should introduce it before trying this. It doesn't necessarily need to be a cone, but it needs to be something that you can move around. I am already introducing what I want to be the cue for this, which is holding out my hand as a back or withers target. Since these are the beginnings, he doesn't know that yet though, so for him the cue at the moment is still the cone. And always lots of patience needed, as you can see. At this point you have probably already caught on to my strategy, which is moving the mounting block and the cone in a way that the natural movement solution for touching the cone is also to park next to me. Now I introduce first bits of weight on his back by leaning over him. Carrot stretches to prepare giving treats from the saddle. Shahil absolutely loves being scratched. That's why I like to use it as classical conditioning to make the mounting block the best place to be at. The next big step is to try the whole thing without a cone, which I would encourage you to try at any given point because you've got nothing to lose. I mean, worst case, the horse doesn't respond, and so what, you just get the cone back into the game. I slowly start to introduce weight after he parks, so that he realizes this is followed by parking, and that's how he can later decide to not park if he doesn't want a rider on. It's considered a start button, start signal, or just simply consent. By my clothes, you can probably tell that this is a different session, and I start with the cone again because there have been a few days in between and I want to set him up for success. More classical conditioning presented by the sweetest face I know of. As you can see, he does need his time to figure this out, and of course I could have put the cone back into the game, but instead I decided to wait and see if he would get it, and he did. I think it is very important to acknowledge that confusion is part of the process and that it's not a problem with a horse that isn't easily stressed or food anxious. Also, I am not 100% consistent about this, but I try to only click the moment that I put my hand on his back so that he realizes this as a back or withers target. He is supposed to realize that when I touch his back, that's when the click happens, so that he eventually will move into my hand. This is a new session and I kept this clip because it's so cute how he comes all the way from his grass. Now I already started to use holding out my hand as a cue, but I now also start to introduce the word park as voice cue. This behavior comes either from confusion because we last practiced Panther Walk, or because he just simply wants to show off. So now the cone is back to help him because he's obviously not solid without it. And we just added stepping forward as a movement solution for the movement puzzle park. Accidentally adding backwards as a movement solution too. I think he is starting to understand the back target. By the way, we train mounting from both sides because I don't want to be the one limiting him. If he later favors one side, I don't mind. Here I'm trying out scratches as the only reinforcement, but I later revert back to doing treats as well. we're doing classical conditioning again because it's more important than you would think. This session was after quite a few days of a break, and it threw me completely off how much he had improved. Enjoy the rest of this video and thank you for watching.
Leckerli zuerst und dann kraulen für sozusagen da bleiben. Und dann stelle ich den, sobald er steht, stelle ich mich noch mal ein Stück zurück, damit er weiß, eigentlich ist das die Position.
Oh Gott, er sieht so, ich habe selten ein Pferd gesehen, was so stolz und so autonom aussieht. Also autonom sein, ja, autonom aussehen tut er gerade voll. Schöne Fotos dabei sind, die ich hoffentlich gemacht habe.
Oh, guck mal, wie toll.
Mega, mega. Genau die richtige Höhe.
Genau.
Super, Arabellchen, sehr schön.
Er macht das so gut. Er ist
Krass.
besser geworden, ohne dass wir was
Er ist ein richtiger Einpack-Profi, ja. Ich glaube, er findet es gerade ziemlich geil.
So.
Mega.
Ich würde tatsächlich sagen,